He may have played at a tiny Division III school, Hobart College, and he may also be listed second on the depth chart. But something tells me that Bucs rookie guard Ali Marpet is going to find his way into the starting lineup. Never mind the fact that he's never played guard before and was an offensive tackle in college. He's making this transition inside look smooth and seamless, and he's garnered quite a bit of praise from All-Pro defensive tackle Gerald McCoy. That really says something. So I caught up with Marpet earlier this week to find out what it meant to hear that type of praise and what it's been like going up against this guy in practice. I mean, I know you didn't get a chance to go up against Gerald today because he had the day off, but what does it mean, the fact that he was so complimentary of you?
I mean, it's awesome because he's a guy that's been around for a while, and I mean, he's, if not the best, he's one of the best in the league. I mean, so to get that kind of praise from him is awesome.
I remember Austin Seferian-Jenkins said last year in camp that McCoy had the scariest get-off he's ever seen, and that was really the moment for him when he's like, oh gosh, I'm in the NFL
Absolutely.
now, this is the big time. What was it like going up against that at first?
You can watch it on film, but until you see it in person, it's a whole nother animal, and it is freakish how fast he gets off that ball and how explosive he is. And for a big guy like him, it really is. There's only one way to describe it. It's freakish, and so yeah, it makes us better though.
What's the transition like for you moving on the inside?
Yeah, everything happens a lot faster. So especially playing against a guy like Gerald, I take a set and immediately I have someone to hit. Whereas when I was on the edge, I had a little bit more room to work with. So again, it's adjusting to the quickness of the game.
Do you like it though on the inside?
Absolutely. Oh yeah. And hopefully that'll be my best chance to help this team be successful.
What about playing center? Is that something that you're willing to do as well? I mean, obviously, the more interchangeable you can be, the better.
Absolutely. So if I can play center, I mean, I'll do that. I've been working center a little bit, but as of right now, my focus has been right guard, just because I think it's easier on me. I mean, I'm not the one making the call, but again, still learn how to play center.
I know a lot of people have been really complimentary too of the jump that you've had to make because, playing Division III and then all of a sudden going out to the Senior Bowl and lighting it up there, it didn't seem like that stage was too big for you then. It doesn't seem like it's too big for you now either.
No, I don't think so. I think physically I can hang with these guys. I mean, there are a lot of things I need to clean up, and every day I feel like I'm getting better, so that's huge for me.
What do you think is standing in the way of you possibly becoming a starter?
For me, it's learning.
It's right there.
Yeah, it's getting the details down. Again, at this level, everything's so detailed. So technically, you have to be perfect. Whereas at the Division III level, I was able to get away with things just because I was more physical than people. But at this level, it doesn't work. So you really need to get into the nitty-gritty of offensive line technique. A
lot of technique and stuff, but I know George Warhop is really big on technique, so that helps.
Yeah, he's one of the best coaches. I mean, I worked out with a bunch of other coaches, and he's been around for a while for a reason, so yeah, it's great to learn from him and great to learn from guys like Evan and Logan as well.
And one last question. Our radio station has had so many Hobart alums calling in now. Yes, I'm serious. Really? And also even Pierre McGuire. I don't know if you watch hockey or not, but he's host Inside the Glass. Absolutely. And we've had so many of them call up, and now they're Bucs fans. They're part of the bandwagon. What does that mean to you, the fact that they're hopping on the bandwagon and supporting you in such a big way?
Yeah, it's awesome to have that support. I mean, the thing is, Hobart's a small college. Hobart Williams is a small college, but we have alumni everywhere. So it's great to have their support, and I've definitely felt their support throughout camp, and I know I'll see them at the games and everything like that, so it's great. Certainly getting that type of praise from a three-time Pro Bowler really speaks volumes to the work that Marpet has put in camp, and I also know that McCoy wouldn't hand that type of praise out to just anybody. But one more thing on these depth charts, they're not set in stone, and you have to treat them more as a fluid situation. And I do expect there to be a lot of changes on there as the team whittles away its roster. They have to get down to 53. They're currently at 90 right now, but also, too, I think they are at times going to move some of these second-team guys into first-team roles to see how they fare. You want to see how they fare against tougher competition. So I think at some point in time we might just see that from Marpet, depending on how he's looking in practice. But throughout this week, he has been practicing with the ones, so I think it's only a matter of time. With Sports Talk Florida, I'm Jenna Lane.